Sir Viv, absolutely fabulous here to have you at the Antigua and Barbuda Beach Bar on Archer Street in London. We've got a few questions for you about your time playing cricket against England in the West Indies and also leading all the way through to the series in 2019. So tell us about your memories of your first match, which was played at the Antigua Recreation Ground in 1981.
That was pretty special because it was the first match to be played in Antigua and Barbuda. And I remember I had my mind set on doing well, hoping that the very first match that two would have been played in Antigua itself that I could actually remember. And scored 100 in that test match. Jeff Boycott, I think, also scored 100 in that test match itself. But one of the funnier things that I felt was when I got to 100, these guys came onto the cricket field and they were putting money into your pocket, and everyone was so pleased, you know, for what I had accomplished that particular time. Then there was this guy who I know, a local character who I know never quite had the funds to put in one's pocket, and he came in to try and take advantage of a situation where pretended he was putting money into my pocket, but he was obviously taking out. So then the bat came out and did the job. Just gave him a little smack.
So Viv, tell us about the atmosphere about playing cricket against England, even back from 1981, 1986 when you played home series against them, compared to other international teams such as Australia, India and South Africa. What was the difference about playing England?
Well, England always made sure that they brought along a lot of the English fans, and they were very supportive of their team. What I think also was quite interesting, that there are times it looked like there were more British fans than West Indians at that time. But it just goes to show you how supportive the fans are of their team.
So tell us how important it is that England cricket fans travel over to the Caribbean when they've got Test match series in the West Indies.
We look forward to seeing the British fans, you know, because I've always believed, and I know Caribbean folks believe, that they are the best fans in the world. Whenever they come to the Caribbean, they do have a great time. And the locals look to sort of making sure that the fans do enjoy themselves and that they are well protected, and the safety factors and all that stuff comes into play. So it's a wonderful partnership in terms of how Antiguans and Barbudans do feel about the British fans on Ireland.
Who are the players in the current West Indies squad that really excite you, and which ones can have a positive impact in England's upcoming tour in the spring of 2019, or even players that are not in the squad that you think should be? Who are the players that you're looking forward to seeing?
Craig Bradford, who I think is a pretty solid player. Shea Hope is also a very good player. And I do believe that after that tour England would have made to the Caribbean, that the West Indies would have been successful, and that's the start that they would need to revamp their careers.
There are lots of great things about touring the West Indies, particularly in Antigua. What are your personal recommendations for when England cricket fans go to Antigua or Barbuda? Where should they go?
Well, you all know that the beaches are just the beginning. After the beaches, for sure, Shirley Height, it's a must. Anna's Beach Bar, and there's quite a lot more for you to explore. That's just a start.
So finally, Sir Viv, some predictions from the great man. The upcoming series is 3 Test matches, 5 one-day internationals and 3 T20s. So starting with the Test matches, how are the West Indies going to fare?
I think they're going to fare pretty well. I believe also that after that particular tour, there will be lots more said about the West Indies cricket team, because certainly they would have taken England down.
Going into the one-day internationals, obviously England are top of the rankings at the moment. How do you think the West Indies will play against the current #1 side?
That's why I think West Indies will be talked about, because they'll be looking to take down England as well in the ODIs.
Okay, and going into the T20s, lots of West Indian players are playing in franchise cricket all over the world, arguably more experienced than some of the England players. So how's that one going to go down?
Well, I believe that we are the best T20 players in the world, the best T20 team in the world. So I don't think England do stand a chance. I think we'll take you down there also.
So it's a series victory for the West Indies in all formats then?
3-0.